The illegal elbow.
Elbow techniques. This is the elbow. An elbow from here. I'll throw the elbow.
Yeah, the illegal elbows.
All right, people, we're back, man. Illegal Elbow Radio. Another exciting episode for you guys, man. This is Brian from Illegal Elbow Radio, Illegal Elbow on Twitter.
And this is Dan from MMA Aftermath on Facebook and Twitter.
Gabe Gonzaga is going to be fighting Matt Mitrione. And the experience is quite a bit different in this fight, in my opinion, man. Just kicking this out the gate. Gabe Gonzaga, I think has looked pretty good. I mean, I can't, we should probably look at his record a bit here just to get the idea.
I know Mitrione's coming off that win against Derek Lewis and then a win against Sean Jordan. Before that, a Brendan Schaub submitted his ass.
Right.
So,
It's
that brought into question for me his status in the heavyweight division if you get submitted by a Brendan Schaub, dude.
Right. It just shows his inexperience, really. I mean, when you get down to it.
And then he comes back and freight trains fucking Lewis this past one, dude. Just doesn't even give Lewis a chance to test any of his heavy hands. He just steamrolled his ass.
Yeah.
Knocked his ass out.
Well, Gabe Gonzaga too, though, is pretty well known for doing that kind of stuff too, and he can take a beating. His last loss to Stipe Miocic, you know what I mean? The guy at the top of the card, a win over Sean Jordan, also a win over Dave Herman, lost to Travis Brown, so he's lost to top dudes. I don't know, man. I'm honestly thinking that Gonzaga can get this because he's a durable dude, a tough dude.
Put it this way, and we've said this before with the Gabe Gonzaga. Gabe Gonzaga, ever since he knocked fucking
Crow Cop
the fuck out, he's thought he was a knockout artist. When actually, if you think about it, he's a fucking jiu-jitsu specialist, and there ain't many of those in the heavyweight division. Every time he's brought motherfuckers to the ground, he's submitted their asses. Oliveira, a fucking Ben Rothwell.
Yeah.
Go to your strength, dude. Go to your strength. Right now, I wouldn't fuck around with a fucking a Matt Mitrione who's brought back his inner tackle a motherfucker NFL roots. You know what I'm saying? Because he's bum rushing a motherfucker like a Lewis and just basically put his ass out with a bum rush.
Well, we're also comparing a Lewis to a to a Gonzaga. You know what I mean? In a sense, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I mean, a Gonzaga, in my opinion, looking at it now, maybe who knows? Maybe he would have, Derek Lewis could have had good luck with him or something like that. And this is a little bit of math. Everybody knows you can't always rely on the math, but for sake of conversing about the damn fight, you got to do some of it and just at least take a look at it and know. Obviously, the fact is that doesn't always work, but you could speculate on it and. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think Gonzaga, I see your point with it, but I think Matt Mitrione also likes to have fun a little too much and play around in there, and sometimes does a little bit of the smiling game, and and if he's having a good time in there, that's cool, man, because to me that's what it's about. If you can have a good time in there and win, but I mean if you can go in there and have a good time and steamroll somebody, that's great. Steamroll a newbie, that's great. But if go in there with a Gonzaga, is a lot more experienced guy. I don't think you can go in there and have a good time and be happy-go-lucky, and you might get lambasted upside the head. I hope he just doesn't take him lightly. I don't think Mitrione should take a Gonzaga lightly by any means, and I'm sure he isn't.
No, I just think I think Gabe, if he came in the game plan with getting a Mitrione down to the fucking ground right off the bat, I think it would bode a lot better for him.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. It's just, we've talked about it before. Gabe Gonzaga is an exceptional jiu-jitsu guy for a heavyweight. Fucking go with your fucking strength.
Yeah.
It's right now you don't need another fucking loss to put you back down the rungs of the ladder in the heavyweight division. You need to fucking put a Mitrione out and taking him to the ground be a perfect fucking start to it.
Yeah, I agree, man, but for Bernard's sake, man, kick us off the next one, dude.
Okay, coming up here, we got the skyscraper coming back after passing out on his last attempt at fighting. And it was a Mitrione that we just talked about came in and said, no biggie, bro. Shit happens. Your health is more important. And I got a lot of respect for Mitrione doing that, coming in and saying, hey, man, fighting isn't even the problem right now. It's not even relevant right now. Your health and well-being is what's of top priority right now.
Yeah.
So, and everybody was frightened and scared, and even Dana White said, maybe Stefan Struve should think about hanging it up, and we've done a fucking show on it, about his family concerning. But
And you were definitely adamant about it. It's like, dude, bow out, get out of there. You were definitely.
This is not like like I said, it's fucking fighting is second nature, dude. If you're having these fucking problems, and I don't know if it's neurological or if it's cardio or what, but it's scary. And I hope we don't see anything ugly in the fucking ring.
Exactly, yeah. That's
on
I don't want to
Saturday
see
night.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so we don't need that. At the same token, and Alistair Overeem, this is probably Alistair Overeem, a perfect fucking matchup for Alistair Overeem, dude. After getting his chin checked or his, the side of his fucking head checked by a Ben Rothwell that was targeting his ass and just waiting.
Yeah. Looking for that
He
off
has
button.
a perfect matchup for the simple fact we got a Stefan Struve that has more fucking ring rust on him than I don't know who, dude. Than a fucking old ship that's been out to sea on the rocks for fucking 2 years, okay?
You got more rust than the Titanic, man.
Yeah, really. It's like, I don't know if he's going to shake it off in time, dude. And Overeem's not the fastest motherfucker even anymore, dude. So it might cancel each other out, but I see Overeem fucking taking out a Stefan Struve in this one. Just because Stefan Struve, man, you've been out too long. You use your reach in this shit. I think fucking Overeem's going to cut through all that. He's not going to respect your fucking power. I don't think like he respected a fucking Ben Rothwell's power and was almost kind of scared of it,
Yeah.
I think
I don't know
he's
what
gonna come right at you, dude.
I don't know what the big idea is, man, with you getting inside my head like that, because I couldn't have said it better. I think Alistair Overeem's going to be able to get around those lanky limbs. I think Alistair Overeem putting the pressure on, getting inside, is going to be a big problem for Stefan Struve because he's so lengthy. I mean, the guy, you know what I mean? He's almost, with Alistair Overeem deep on the inside of a Stefan Struve, raining in blows, knees, and all that shit. That's gonna be hard for a Struve to really get a solid shot. I mean, really, Stefan Struve's gonna have to throw some kicks. Maybe those front kicks. He's got to look at some of those front kicks. He should be a stinking pro at it. Some of those front kicks we've seen from Travis Brown and others in Overeem fights. You know what I mean? Hopefully he's watched some tape, man, and he's pulled something like that out for this, because I think if he can keep Overeem at bay, maybe weather a little bit of a storm like some other guys have, that could be, in my opinion, his only shot. I don't see him going for a takedown. I see him throwing leather. But Alistair Overeem that gets inside with a Stefan Struve, I think, is going to be victorious, man. And that'll be huge for him, man, really, because right now anybody inside the top 7 is kicking his ass if they haven't already. Talking about Overeem. So, and Struve has been on the way up until he ran into a Mark Hunt. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I think I think we pretty much nailed that one down. I mean,
well, yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know, man. I don't know where Stefan Struve's gonna go after this if he does lose. Maybe he'll just shake it off and say, hey, I took the defeat, but it's something that might make me grow. Or you could say, hey, I'm hanging it up. I don't think so, but we'll see. I got Overeem winning. Probably be a knockout.
Excuse me. If there's no signs of any, pass out, whatever, Stefan Struve, no signs of, because for all we know, that could be a sign of his, just that last one too many shots, you know what I mean, that he took from Mark Hunt. Yeah. You know what I mean? That could, I don't know. Just total, speculation on my part. I have no clue whether that would be what it is, but him passing out before a fight, it probably doesn't have anything to do with him getting his chin checked from a Mark Hunt. But I mean, what the fuck can it be? You know what I mean? So that could be a whole other show. But What happened with Nate Diaz? Did he go to like Golden Corral or something before the weigh-ins? I mean,
no, he just got out of his college, douchebaggery
oh yeah,
University,
is
and
that
he
based out of
just
Jersey or no?
uh
No, it's Stockton. That's right.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
based out of Stockton. No,
Yeah.
I don't want to attack Stockton people. Don't get me wrong, man.
There's a lot of dumpster fires going over there near the Diaz camp. And this guy right here has created another dumpster fire. It's like, let's walk up on stage at weigh-ins, your little comeback after being out for a while. And the Diaz brothers have had their controversy, and then you bitch about how you're not getting paid enough, you and your brother.
Every time.
You step on the weight scale, and guess what? You're over by 5 fucking pounds. Not 1 pound, like you've really been working, and you try to cut it. They give you an extra half an hour to go back in there and try to lose some fucking power. No, you stepped on the scale, and after they gave you some, a redo, you came back 5 pounds over. 5 pounds over, which was, 1, I don't give a fuck. 2, I'm a lazy fuck. And 3, I think you should have been cut on the spot, personally. Dana should just say, you know what, just go the fuck home, dude. Go home, get back on Twitter, get back, because that's what you're good at. You're good at Twitter, man. You're awesome at Twitter. Because you step in the ring with the Dos Anjos, you're going to get your mouth shut, and it's going to get put to sleep. Dos Angelos is a wrecking machine right now. Dos Anjos is a motherfucking wrecking machine, and he is going to wreck your ass. You think you're going to sit there and pepper your ass like you did with a fucking jab punches to a cowboy? Fuck that. He's going to come at you, bro. He's going to fuck you up, and he's going to embarrass your ass, and I'm going to be there cheering.
Dan's getting heated, man. He's getting piped up here, man. Pumped up. I don't even know what to say about it, man. I would say cut him a break. He thought it was catch weight. Let's cut him a break here, people. He thought it was a catch weight, so he's going in 160 to Dos Anjos 155, I guess. Dos Anjos missed the memo. He didn't get the memo, I guess. So, Dos Anjos all the way around, better, just all the way around better fighter. You know what I mean? I suppose their jiu-jitsu could be comparable. You know what I mean? That's, I would even probably say Nate Diaz might even be a little bit better in jiu-jitsu. But the defense of Rafael Dos Anjos is going to be just smooth, cheesy, crispy, and delicious, whatever you want to call it, man, in order to get his ass back, at least back in a good enough position to get himself either outside of the round or back to his feet to where he could start fucking some shit up again. It's just my opinion, man. I mean, or submit a Nate Diaz. I mean, Nate Diaz, coming in 5 pounds over, it's got to be the worst we've seen in, a couple of years? If not one of them, the worst weigh-ins. I don't think we've seen somebody come in that heavy in probably at least 4 years. And I think that person has been cut. Who the fuck was it? I think Paul Daly came in way overweight one time. But Paul Daly's always had a problem with weight, I think. And it was Anthony Johnson was another one. I think he came in like 3 or 4 pounds or something like that overweight. It might even have been 5 pounds. I don't even think about it. But I think that was the only other case. It was either a Daly or a Johnson, man. That's from what I can remember, but I'm sure there's, that's that high is what I'm saying. We've seen overweight people at weigh-ins all the time, but not all the time, but you know what I'm saying. But I don't know, man. As far as technique, man, I think Nate Diaz has got a few tools in his pocket that he can go to, and, Rafael Dos Anjos, in my opinion, has a damn Swiss Army knife in his pocket, so I mean, I just think he's got more tools, more experience, and it's just, well, I shouldn't say more experience. You know what I mean? They've both been on the map a long time, been in the game a long time. And I like Nate Diaz's talk about the CM Punk thing. He says, fuck that. I fuck the whole situation. Which, I like his honesty about it and what he says about it, but, when it comes to this fight, man, I just... This is a big win for Dos Anjos, man. It really is.
Yeah, well, fucking Jose Canseco said he'd come in there and beat CM Punk's ass, too. So, You know, they're both just blowing smoke out of their ass. So.
Yeah, Jose Canseco's going to outweigh him by like 130 pounds, too.
That